Hey guys, this episode of the Pete and Sebastian Show is sponsored by Seed. If you're into good gut health like I am and you want to feel good from the inside out, you're going to want to go with Seed. It's been doing wonders for me. So whether you're in a pool or hiking or traveling this summer, you got to remember you're bringing your microbiome with you too, all right? I know more than you think I do. The 38 trillion bacteria that live in you and on you, especially your gut, are essential to whole body health. Seed's DSO1 Daily Symbiotic benefits your gut, your skin, and heart health in just 2 capsules a day. That's it. I take mine in the morning and in the afternoon. Take yours whenever you want. Jackie likes to take hers late at night, right before she goes to bed, and then early in the morning. I love it just because it doesn't taste bad. It doesn't need to be refrigerated. It goes down easy, and it works, baby. It works. And it's easy to stay in a routine with this stuff. It's no big deal. It comes with a little travel vial. Makes it easy to go with. And like I said, no refrigeration. So it's really a great product if you want to try and keep that gut healthy. So I would choose it and support your gut this summer with Seed's DSO1 Daily Symbiotic. That's all I can tell you. Go to seed.com/thecast and use the code 25thecast to get 25% off your first month. That's 25% off your first month of Seed's DSO1 Daily Symbiotic at seed.com/thecast. Code 25thecast.
This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
You know, we don't ever miss a week, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, even TV shows like have seasons. We just boom, boom, boom. Consistency is really unbelievable.
No, you're right, bro. I mean, the level of consistency on this show compared to years in the past. I remember, I think maybe 5-6 years ago, we took some weeks off, didn't we?
Yeah, I think there was some up and downs, man, as far as keeping it going.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely took, like, Lou would put together a best of.
Yeah. Show's remaining fresh. It's remaining current. And to piggyback off what I was saying, I don't know when this is going to air. And I don't even know if I told you this, but did I tell you I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
No. Holy shit.
So
was the whole cast on it? Was the whole cast on it?
No, it was just me and Omar, my co-star. So we did it as a team.
Okay. I think I saw like an Instagram post about it or something, right?
Yeah. It just came out. Maybe I shouldn't even get into this because it hasn't aired yet. I mean, I've been announced. I just can't tell you what happened on the show unless, do we know when this is going to air?
I'll find out right now.
He's going to find out right now where this is going to air. Maybe we could talk about it. But if not, nobody does. I just wanted to mention that, put a pin in it. Let me get into what happened to me over the weekend. And I have to say, props to Lana. I had one of the most social weekends I've ever had in my life. And it was Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. Friday night, we went out with 3 other couples, one of which being Lana's close friend, to dinner. And generally speaking, I do not have a good time at these dinners just because sometimes the company is a little off and what have you. But I hit a nerve with this guy at dinner. Like, it brought me back to being in Chicago, being around people from the Midwest, whatever it is, bro. People from the Midwest I connect to right away. They're sarcastic. They don't take themselves seriously. They self-deprecating. Really hit it off with this guy at dinner. But had a great time Friday night. Saturday, I had a barbecue at the house, bro. And again, I'm sorry, but I barbecued hot dogs and hamburgers. What do you think of this move? I was barbecuing for adults and kids. For the kids, I made kitty burgers. I bought small buns, bro. I felt like I was...
What, he's like White Castle size buns?
White Castle.
Really?
And I was doing each burger made to order. So you come over and go, give me a burger. I said, all right. What do you want on it? Oh, almost taken aback. Like, what do I want on it? Like, what is this? In-N-Out?
Right. Yeah.
The ketchup, lettuce. I go, you know what? Let me fix it how I like to fix. Like, I was telling them, this is the way you're going to enjoy my burger.
Really?
And I was doing it made to order, bro. I was sweating like I was on the finale of Top Chef. It was 93 degrees out there, and I got this thing. Yeah. I'm over a grill, and when you're cooking for north of 15 people, it's a lot going on the grill, bro. And
absolutely, yeah.
I was toasting the buns.
Oh, that's a nice touch when you do that. Oh, were you respecting medium to medium rare to rare? Like, were you respecting those things?
However it came out.
What do you say made to order? I'm telling you I want a medium rare, and now you're telling me however it came out?
Bro, I'm not Emerald Lagasse, right? I'm not that good.
What's the made to order part? The cheese or no cheese? Is that the made to order?
Cheese. I would do the lettuce, the tomato, the onion, the squirt of the mayonnaise, squirt of the ketchup, squirt of the...
I could do all of that if you would just get my meat the temp I want it. That's all I need from you guys. I'll do my own lettuce. I think
bro, you're like my wife with the fucking temperature.
Yeah, I mean, it means everything. I used the meat thermometer. I made burgers the other day, like 2 weeks ago. Bro, I trust the science, all right? I'm practically barbecuing Fauci style, if you want to be like, trust the science. But I look at the chart. You want yours? I had 7 girls over for a sleepover barbecue. They were sleeping in the camp, but we set it up out in the driveway. You want yours medium rare? I go on the chart. Medium rare is between 135 and 145 degrees. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. I'm just saying. Let's say I get the meat thing. I keep poking your thing. Not only do I poke it, I take your meat off the grill so I don't get an artificial temperature. Put it on the dish. Hit it with the meat thermometer. Oh, still 5 more seconds till we're in medium rare. Put it back on. So like, I'm coming out. You want it medium rare, you're getting it medium rare. And then you can help yourself to the lettuce and so on and so forth. I don't know what you're doing. I mean, you're practically cutting the meat up for them, putting it in their mouth. That's not your responsibility. You're the meat guy.
You had 7 burgers. I had 23 people with mini burgers, hot dogs, and chicken. Now, I don't know too many people that could work the grill with all that shit going on.
Yeah.
You're getting it medium-ish, right? Yeah. I feel like medium with a little blood in there is everybody's favorite. You know?
You would think. By the way, one kid had chicken in my order, and I will be honest, I effed that thing up. I was so focused on the burgers. So, you know, I'll give you credit. Once you add poultry to the other stuff, that's on its whole different time crunch. And you don't want that meat dripping on this meat. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that, chicken juice dripping on a burger?
I had that meat going on another grill.
Oh,
wow. I had a poultry grill, bro.
I love it, man. All right, guys, this show is sponsored by Omaha Steaks, but the real show was last 4th of July weekend when I belted out Omaha hamburgers for my guests, baby. Who's the man? One bite, and they're all going, whoa, where'd you get these burgers? Now all my guests were hooked on Omaha. So summer's in full swing. I mean full swing, baby. We are not even in the heart of the summer yet. And you know what that means? Temperatures are hot, grills are hot, and the deals are hotter. They're on fire at Omaha Steaks. That's right. America's original butcher is heating up the summer with blazing hot deals on mouth-watering grilling favorites, guaranteed to tantalize your taste buds, man. They really do tantalize it. I had the chicken too on the 4th. It was fantastic. For a limited time, you can get scorching savings on legendary flavor during the Hotter Than Fire sale at omahasteaks.com. Every package is carefully curated by the flavor experts at Omaha Steaks to deliver, and this is not a lie, an exceptional experience. And they start at just $99. Plus, as a bonus to our listeners, get an extra $10 off with promo code the cast at checkout. From exquisite steaks to legendary burgers, premium pork to air-chilled chicken, Omaha Steaks is guaranteed, bro, truly guaranteed to make your summer worth savoring. Shop the Hotter Than Fire sale today and get exclusive savings on mouth-watering packages starting, as I said, at just $99. Plus, get an extra $10 off with promo code TheCast at checkout. This offer is only available for a limited time, and you're not going to want to miss it, so shop today before these deals go up in smoke. That's omahasteaks.com, promo code TheCast at checkout. Do yourself a favor, man. Their meat is fantastic. So, yeah, you were working hard, man. What was the review? Was everybody digging the burgers?
Everybody said they loved it. So I like working the grill because I could pop in and out of conversations because I'll be talking and people go, sorry, I got the burgers. And I could just leave and just kind of like pop around. I like that. Now, I did have a problem.
It gets to be too much.
No,
I like the grill, but then
good.
sometimes it gets crazy. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Then my wife's like, are you ready yet? I'm like, I said 3 more minutes. And then, I'm coming in hot. And she's like, the fries aren't done. And I'm like, well, the meat's done. Boom, drop it. The timing, it's a whole thing, bro.
Well, I mean, if you're doing deep fry on the fries, that's a whole other thing. You need like a sous chef for that. I did potato chips because it's easy. Just throw some potato chips on the plate and be done with it. The fries are a whole different thing. You need another person for that. Yeah. This is what kind of irked me a little bit, though. You know that bar I have outside where we were making the pizzas? I was behind that thing with the grill off to the side, and a guy came behind the bar and started talking to the rest of the people. I'm like, geez, bro, this is my area of employment. You need to move over. So I pulled one of these. I said, excuse me. And I almost gave him a little arm shimmy. Excuse me. Because I had to get some water out of the thing, but I didn't have to get any water. I just wanted to kind of fucking piss on my territory a little bit. Going,
Yeah.
You're getting way too comfortable coming behind the area where the food's being prepped.
When you got your fake water out of the thing, did he slide right back where he was, or did he get the subtle message, do you feel?
No, I felt like he got a jolt, and then he was like, and then he like, oh, yeah. Like he realized, oh, yeah, what am I doing? Here's the thing that I like about cooking. I get to see the manners of the kids. Right?
Yeah.
And there was one kid that was, in my opinion, the star of the show. Not only said please and thank you, had the hot dog, came back and said, that was the best hot dog I've ever had in my life. May I have another one? Here's my other one. I'll give you another one and give you 5 to go, bro. Okay?
You keep talking like that, I'm going to adopt your ass, okay? I'm going to making you hot dogs the rest of your life. Nothing gets over on you more than a nice compliment about your cooking, bro. Oh, yeah. Now, I got a quick question. At what age do you feel a child starts to be responsible for their manners and it's no longer you're blaming the parent? You know what I'm saying? Like, when do they start to, you feel like, should be a little more self-aware regardless
I'd say 6 you should be locked in.
Should be locked in. So at 6, if a kid doesn't say please and thank you, you're no longer going, parents are doing obviously not a good job. I mean, that may be the case, but now you're also like, all right, that kid is rude in and of herself or himself. They should know to say please and thank you.
It all stems from the parents. The reason the kid is rude at 6 is because the parents didn't beat it into him between the ages of...
But at 30, if a man at 30 didn't say good morning, or, that's an asshole. You're no longer blaming the parents. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. When do we stop blaming the parents and start blaming the human?
I think you blame the parents the whole time.
The whole time? But even if you had parents that didn't teach you right and wrong, by 9 or 10 years old, you've been around and you've been in school and been around, right and wrong. So when someone makes you something, you say thank you, hello, good morning. You know these things by now. No,
you don't, because they don't know the level of importance to please and thank you. Someone needs to tell them, You say please and thank you because it's good manners, and it's rude not to say those things. You shouldn't expect anything or shouldn't bark orders. There's got to be some context behind the please and thank you. Now, I had a situation at the barbecue where I asked a little girl if she wanted a hamburger, and she responded with, I didn't order a hamburger. Hey, well, you know what? You ain't getting a fucking morsel of food now the rest of the barbecue.
That's what I'm saying. You're not looking around for the parents in that moment going, this is your fault, Mr. and Mrs. You're like, that's what I'm saying. My daughter had a talent show, and one of her girls she knows comes right up to Sadie, Jackie and I in the aisle. You see my dad? And I go, oh, no, I didn't. You were great out there. And then she just walks off. And I look at Jackie. I'm like, no, thank you. No, nothing, you know. And I'm like, I'm not blaming the parent anymore. This kid is old enough now to know you say those things. I'm sorry. You say no, that they were raised that way. But don't you reach a certain age where you go, it's respectful to say thank you to somebody?
I don't think if you're taught, it's like cooking, you know, it's like if you're not taught how to make omelets, you're not going to all of a sudden at 10 years old go behind the stove and start making an omelet. You just don't know how to do it. Same thing with the please and the thank yous and hello. I mean, I'm so adamant about it. I'm telling my kids constantly, hello. Yeah. When we go before we go to the place we're going, and I don't know what other families are doing on the way there, but it's a teaching moment for me. I go, when we enter the place, you go and say hello to every person in that room. Every grown up, you say hello, how are you? I want to hear it. And I don't want to hear, oh, how are you on the floor? Eye contact, right? I'm beating this shit into my kids.
Right. I'm right there with you.
If they don't do it on the way home, I go, what did I tell you? I said to do it, and you didn't do it to Mrs. Da-da-da, and you didn't do it to Mr. Da-da-da. The next time you need to do it, all right? So then,
I'm right there. No.
If a kid doesn't do it and my kids see it, I go, see, that's how you look when you don't do it.
Oh, I like that move. Using other kids as an example.
Here's another parenting tip. My kids are going to camp, summer camp. It's like 9 to 3. After summer camp, Serafina has gymnastics practice for 2 hours. Now, with me, she never argues about going. She just knows when Daddy's picking me up, we're going. There's no getting out of it. When Mommy takes her, she's wishy-washy. So Mommy was going to take her yesterday. But both of us showed up to the camp because Russo goes there too. I was going to take Caruso home. Lana was going to take her to gymnastics. So Lana goes, Daddy, Serafina has something to tell you. And then she looked at me and said, I don't want to go to gymnastics. I said, okay, that's your choice. But when the meet comes and every other kid is getting 10s and you're getting 6s, that's your choice. So if that's the way you want to play this, go right ahead. Looked up at me. Daddy, I want to go to gymnastics. Oh, wow.
This guy.
It was such a beautiful move. I didn't even know I was going to do it. And this is rare that Lana texts me on her way to gymnastics going, you're the best dad.
Oh, yeah. Nice,
you're getting compliments from your spouse on your parenting skill sets.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm a perfect parent by any means, but
that day you were.
In the last week of parenting, I would have to say it was GOAT-like.
Oh. What do you mean? Greatest of all time, GOAT-like?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Oh, wow. Wow.
You don't see that. You don't see that label on parents.
Well,
that label's generally reserved for sports figures, actors, singers, what have you.
Yeah.
GOAT dad.
Wow. Wow. That's what Lana called you? Oh, you're
I'm
calling
calling
yourself.
That's what I'm calling me.
Boom. Now that's a T-shirt, man. It's not a mug.
Go Dad, bro. Bro, I gotta. That is a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Get that going. Go Dad.
This show is sponsored by Seed. Now, listen, I brought my Seed a couple weekends ago when I went on my trip with my friends. We rented a house for 4th of July. It comes in a nice little travel black tube. Seed is a perfect pills to keep your gut feeling good, nice, and balanced, baby. It worked like a charm. So whether you're off to the pool or hiking or traveling this summer, you're bringing your microbiome with you. The 38 trillion bacteria that live in and on you, especially in your gut, are essential to whole body health. Seed's DSO1 Daily Symbiotic benefits your gut, skin, and heart health in just 2 capsules a day. I did 1 in the morning. And boom, I did 1 in the afternoon, and I felt great. I love Seed just because it goes down easy. It makes me feel better. It doesn't taste bad. It does everything it's supposed to do. It's so easy to fit Seed into your daily routine. Like I said, I have one with breakfast, and then I have one either with lunch or dinner, but I have them on me in my little travel case if I go. So, take them when you need to take them. Take them whenever it's convenient for you. Your gut is a central hub for various pathways through the body, and a healthy gut microbiome means benefits for digestion, skin, health, heart, your immune system, and much more. Seed's patented capsule-in-capsule design means all 24 strains of bacteria survive the journey from shipping to your door through digestion. All right, all the way from your door through your body without synthetic or chemical coating. No refrigeration needed, as I said. So support your gut this summer with Seed's DSO1 Daily Symbiotic. Go to seed.com/thecast and use the code 25thecast to get 25% off your first month. That's 25% off your first month of Seed's DSO1 Daily Symbiotic at seed.com/thecast, code 25thecast. You're talking about being rated as parents. This compliment went to Jackie, but I count myself a part of it, honestly. But this is huge. And I had mentioned this on Loose Ends. Sadie takes piano classes, as I told you, with this Chinese woman from China, her piano teacher, who moved here with her husband's from here. And, part of leaving there was getting away from everything over there and the way it is. So she said to Jackie recently about Sadie, she goes, she's my best student, blah, blah, blah. And she says, I just wanted to let you know, and she says with a broken accent, you're raising her like Chinese parents. Boom. Like communist parents. That's when you know you're getting it done. There's barely any happiness floating around this house, man. It's fucking lot. I hear her singing down there right now. When this is over, I'm going to go down there and be like, why aren't you reading and doing math? School's over for everybody else, not for you. You just have more time. That's what I'm going to say. Find a shady tree and get it. I'm only kidding.
Love the way you're doing it over there. And when you're getting compliments from the Asian community on your parenting, go Dad.
Well, speaking of students and great and that, what's your take on this? Sadie, today's her last day of school. Had a half day. They had a little talent show. I don't know when this is coming out, but at one point during the talent show, they go, all right, we're going to have the seniors do a walkout. And all the high school seniors who are graduating, they come walking by in their caps and gowns, kind of wave to everybody, and they just keep going off the stage, right? It was a very nice moment. And then some people around me started giving them a standing ovation. And I turned to Jackie and said, I don't give standing ovations for high school degrees. I don't think that's. I'm good. You should have done that, but is that like standing ovation worthy, or is that like, yes, you go to school, and after 12th grade, you're done, or do you give a standing O for that?
Exactly what my father said when I graduated high school. He was looking around, going, "Why are we here?"
I fucking love it, man.
You
know how many heads I could have, the head dudes I could have did this time right now?
No, he goes, this was expected. This is not like an accomplishment.
Right.
This is part of the thing. Like you go 11th, 12th, and then that's it. We clap and we come to when you get the doctor degree or the engineering degree.
Right.
This is
right. Even the police academy or the fire academy or whatever it is, when you're starting and finish all the training to now start whatever your career is going to be, we give a golf clap, we go have a nice dinner, and then you're in the real world. But this is a pit stop. This is bullshit, right? If you didn't do this, you're a loser. You know? I'm sorry. I mean, I know some people. Listen, we did a show a few weeks ago that especially aired on the Patreon, where you're in some neighborhoods where they don't have quite the opportunity, so maybe it isn't as easy to graduate. So trying to show empathy, bro.
There he is. Chicago Bears, bro.
That's right. Had no idea you're going to be on. I mean, this is all staged right here just for you.
Do you live in Chicago?
No, I was born and raised there. I grew up in the suburbs in Hinsdale, but now I live on the East Coast. I'm in the suburbs of Baltimore, so different world out here.
I bet, man. Baltimore is a rough place, especially in the city there. There's a Four Seasons there that I go to when I play Baltimore, but like right out on the outskirts there, it gets a little shady.
Yeah, it gets a little. You got. It's like any city. You got to find the nice pockets. But I saw you. So you guys both were in town just a couple years ago. Sebastian, I saw you. You were in Baltimore, and then literally the next week, Pete, you were in Annapolis. My wife and I have seen Pete in Annapolis. God, like 3-4 years in a row now. Right at Christmas time. It's that last show you do before the holidays.
Yeah. Nice, man. Thanks for coming for multiple times. Yeah. Where'd you see Sebastian in Baltimore?
I forget the name of the venue. It's like the Modell Art Center or something like that.
That's it. You got that right. Modell Art Center. All right. I remember that.
Are you doing any Baltimore for the Ain't Right tour?
Going to see, yeah. Well, we're going to DC.
DC. Yeah, DC. Yeah, I'll be in DC.
Yeah. Heading down there on the 28th with the wife, make a nice night of it, do a nice dinner, go see Sebastian. You guys are just filling my books here. It's great.
I hope some politicians come backstage at that show. That'd be nice to meet a couple of people in the know. Maybe get a few numbers.
Maybe we get the president. Maybe we get the president out to the show.
What, you doing a matinee? We doing a brunch show I don't know about, guy? Listen, right now it's 9 o'clock. We're leaderless right now till dawn, all right? It's the purge until dawn. He even said it. 8 p.m., it's a hard shutdown. We're all on our own. Lock the doors.
Oh, shit. So let's go back. What's the story, Mike?
I have a scenario that I had to run through the Pete and Sebastian filter. Sebastian, didn't know you were going to be on, but Pete, I feel like this is right up your alley. And I feel like I harnessed my inner Pete Correale the other day. So I'll give you the scenario. We've got security cameras around the house. We've got one that's over our garage, and it's a floodlight ring camera system. And the only way that thing goes off is if somebody's physically up on our driveway on the property. So I work from home, and I notice the thing goes off. My wife's home too. So I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I see this lady, she's walking her dog, and she takes her dog's shit bag and puts it directly in our trash cans, which are pretty far up the driveway. I mean, you're literally on the property at that point. So I think to myself, I start stewing it over. I'm like, do I even say anything? It's like 1 o'clock on a Wednesday. Do I bother? But I was getting hot under the collar, and I figured, all right, I got to nip this thing in the bud. So I popped in my car and drove down because she was pretty far down at this point. I popped in my car, drove down, rolled the window down, and I was nice. I mean, right out of the gate, I was, hey, ma'am, just wanted to let you know, if you cannot do that in the future. And I was totally expecting her to come back with oh, my God, I'm so sorry. But instead, she hit me with an eye roll she wanted me to see and a smirk like I was the crazy one. And so she was fighting it back. She's like, but it's just trash. It's just trash. Yeah, I mean, you could tell this is the kind of woman who has clearly never been told she's wrong before. And so I hit her with, and this is where I feel like the inner Pete came in out of me. I was like, all right, well, but by that, where do you draw the line? If I come up on your driveway and I bring a dead animal or baby diapers, like where do you draw the line? This is weird. You just don't do this. I have a dog too. And I walk around the neighborhood and I'll carry my dog shit for miles to throw it at home, even though there's 200 trash cans around the area. So I wanted to get your guys' take on coming onto somebody's property but then also arguing the fact that she was in the right. How do you deal with that?
Number one, this
Sebastian.
is trespassing. Number one, I get her on the trespassing charge. I also get her on. I'll go as far as vandalism. And I would have took the shit bag out of the garbage can and maybe followed her back to her house and little twirled it and hit the garage with it. And that's the end of that. Now that's a little aggressive. I think that's kind of what I wish I could do. Pete will probably give you more of kind of a honest what he would do. Pete,
I think we're missing the bigger picture here. First of all, Mike, I got to ask one question. Did you have enough time to address the situation had you wanted to as soon as it happened before you got in the car?
No, not really. It was a couple minutes had gone by before I really, thought about do I take action on this or not?
All right. Well, and then everything you were saying with this woman, were you like doing the 3 mile an hour window down drive talk sort of a thing? Was that what was going on?
I pulled up alongside her. She had the earbuds in, walking the dog. She took one out as I kind of lowered the window. She saw me from her peripheral. And
did she stop though, or did you drive next to her while she spoke?
She stopped. And that's when, almost like as the window was coming halfway down, I think she knew what was about to happen. And then she gave me the eye roll and the smart ass.
Your intentions are good, but Sebastian, you don't see this? Psycho. He got in his car. The minute you get in your car to catch up to the lady, you are a psycho. You're taking it to another level. You got to be patient, wait for her to come again or move your cans. But you can't get in a vehicle and chase down a woman. I'm sorry, you don't see that as a little much, Sebastian?
No, I actually missed that, and I wanted to refer to that. But I think if you don't nip it in the bud on the property, as soon as you get in your car, this is a possible harassment charge.
That's what I thought, and I agree. She was too far down by the time I got done stewing it over. I figured walking down or even a light jog down to her was going to look stranger than the car.
Are you married? You are. Yeah, you just said your wife comes to shows, right? All you got to do is put it this way. Picture any man getting in their car to catch up to your wife to yell at her. That's intense.
Yeah.
Right, Smith? Would you be like, wait, Lana, what do you do? What do you do? He got in his car and fucking came up to you? That's you missed your window. I think she's telling her husband, and you may have someone pulling up in their car to you next time you go for a walk.
That's why I had to put it through the filter. I had to see. For some reason, Pete, I thought you would have been very on my side of this, thinking because you're the kind of guy, you put your foot down, you don't let things progress.
But you got to be on foot. The minute you're getting in a vehicle, it's a harassment charge, like Sebastian said. True. It's got to be a walk up to her. Hey lady, next time find somewhere else to put your shit. All right. It can't be, honey. Where are the keys? I gotta go run somebody down. What the? Bro.
I mean,
Sebastian, this show is dangerous, bro. Legally, we shouldn't be doing the show. I already made Sebastian uncomfortable with a few of my comments. Now we got you on.
Well, listen, where's the wife on this? Where's Mike's wife on this? When he's gathering his belongings to get in the car, don't you think she's going, or she should be saying, Mike, where are you going? And as soon as he goes, I'm going to go in my car, doesn't the wife go, get the fuck back in here?
Which she probably would have. She was on a work call too. I told her the story after the fact about how the wife or the lady down the road kind of snapped back, and it was this whole thing. And trust me, I'm not painting the clearest picture of who this lady was. I think if there was a little color to this, you would get a better idea of what I was dealing with here. But my wife agreed with the approach of nipping it in the bud and how insane that is for somebody to come on the property. But you're right. She probably would have been like, come on, what are you doing? The keys down.
Well, listen, Mike, while you're on, I got one for you, Sebastian, before we lose you. A guy called in last week, and I said, I can't remember his name, but I said I got to save it because it was so good. He said he did this.
Hold on, one second. What, Pete? Mike, what are you looking off to the side there? Is there like a little, doesn't look like it's like you got the computer, but off to the side you got like stock ticker. What are you looking at?
I've got the system going here. I got you guys over here. I got another screen going over here. This is like my little work from home battle station. I came prepared. I didn't want to not have the internet and not get my face
Oh,
on.
all right,
So
all right. I just saw his
Awesome,
eye.
man.
I thought he was watching a basketball game. But go ahead.
no, this is like my Super Bowl here, so I'm locked in.
All right,
I
Pete,
thought it was
go
a
ahead.
ring light. All right, so I promised this guy, I got to save this to ask Sebastian because it's such a interesting one that I need your take on it too because I don't know what to do. He was out to dinner. Long story short, his food was hot, and he caught himself blowing on it. And even right there, he goes, as I was blowing on my food, I'm thinking, oh my God, what would Pete and Sebastian say? What's your take on being out to dinner with other people? Your food is hot. Are you allowed to blow on it?
You can't blow it in public. If you're at home, you could do a blow. Once you go out into a public restaurant, you just gotta either wait till it cools off or you shove that thing down your throat hot. You can't as a grown man blow on your food in a restaurant. Sorry.
I even
I'll
just to like a
I'll toss another one in there for you too. My wife's. I mean, everyone's big into the Stanley Cup. Sebastian, you got one from your manager. I think it was for Christmas. Since I work from home, I'm constantly on these virtual calls. I feel like it's a bad move to be sipping from a straw as a man during like a work meeting. It diminishes, so that's why I go, big thick cap, no straw here. I feel like the straw and blowing on the food is not a good look.
That goes a step further on a business call. You act like you don't eat or drink anything. You bring that blue thing. I'm sorry, you can't bring that blue thing in the frame and then negotiate a price on the sale of a tech company. I'm sorry,
bro. Thank you for being on that. I was thinking the same thing. Would you come in from a light jog and join the Zoom call? What the fuck? If anything, what happened to just a see-through glass, maybe with a cube or look at boom. Look at that. That's why we do this show. You guys need us on a daily basis. Stop chasing women down in cars, Ken, and put away the Stanley. Sebastian mentioned he got one as a gift because the whole situation was embarrassing. He's not using it.
See, this is the life advice everybody needs here. And by the way, your line drop of albeit in that letter to the city, I mean, that takes you from just a common town folk to Harvard Law, dropping that word in there. That's phenomenal.
Thank you.
Love that.
Thank you. Thank you, bro. Thank you. He would not know I have a SUNY college degree with a word like that. You're right. Absolutely. I appreciate you noticing that, Mike. Oh, my God. Bro, Sebastian, all these people could co-host with us. It's unbelievable.
It's amazing. It's amazing what we're finding out on this thing. I have to find this out because Patrick left his house early, right? We know that Patrick left the house at what age?
16.
So Patrick left at 16. Now we don't know this. I'm not basing it on his intelligence or anything else. But do you think Patrick finished high school based on leaving the home at 16? That's it.
Okay. Based on leaving the home at 16, I would say Patrick never finished high school. Based on speaking with Patrick and being around him, I would say minimum at least did community college, if not maybe a 4-year degree. Just being around him. He doesn't come across as somebody that, bailed in 8th grade.
Let me give my take on Patrick. Knowing him, for the time I've known him, I was shocked that he left at 16. In my head, I thought this guy had a beautiful upbringing, right? His parents, 18. At 18, he went to school, but he told his mom, I don't really want to leave you guys, but I got to go to college. And they're like, we don't want you to go either.
Right.
But then he hit me with the 16. I'm out. Then a whole fucking other world opened up for me and going, wow, this guy's a fucking rebel. I could see him fighting near a shed at a 7-Eleven. That's a whole a whole other guy.
Absolutely. Right? You see an old dishwasher box, that's garbage. He sees that, that's a night, bro. That's shelter. Yeah, absolutely. He was, for 2 years, he was eating You know, bro, did you ever do any dumpster diving? I know that became like a pretty popular thing where you could actually get food that was never opened. You know, because supermarkets.
Are you asking me if I ever dumpster dived?
No,
Patrick.
Pass it on to Patrick.
Have you ever taken food out of a garbage? No. Okay.
Oh,
okay. So he wasn't that deep into the whole.
You didn't present it right either, guy. Supposed to be like, Patrick, was there
Well,
a
you
time
presented
when you
it
were
like you were eating fine dining.
Well, when you were younger, Patrick, and you went through some tough times, did you ever go behind the restaurant when they were getting rid of some fresh stuff and, like, you know, kind of intercept it before it got tossed?
When I worked at restaurants, yeah.
Yeah.
See, now we're softening the eggshell, bro. He was in a dumpster too. I can tell already. I don't have the time to get him there emotionally, but because he's trying to forget about those days.
Okay.
What do you think you met Cancer Fist on the shoulder of a highway? They both had knapsacks.
Is that how they met? Is that how you guys met?
Probably in a hostel. In a hostel?
7th grade. Here, they met in 7th grade, bro. Did Fist move out of his house? No, Fist stayed. Fuck. You would have thought Fist has been. You would have thought Fist has been on his own since 8.
Yeah, absolutely. He lit his mother's cigarette and then walked out. She never saw him again. Now, Pat, we joke with you because you do seem like you're well educated, bro. So good. Kudos to you to survive. I'd love to hear the story sometime.
No, I think from recollection, I think Patrick went to college, and am I right? Yeah. See, he went to college.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Well, don't fucking act so surprised. You just said the guy's intelligent. Now you're like, he did?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I leave at 16. I don't end up in college. I mean, how did he pull that off?
Did you finish at the high school that you originally started at?
I changed high schools when I moved out, and then worked construction to pay for an apartment. Finished high school, moved myself to Chicago, went to film school.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a whole fucking deal. It's a whole fucking deal, bro.
Wow.
This guy moved out, but it wasn't a move out like fuck you. I'm like a hobo with his clothes in some sack and walked out and he slept in a fucking garage. No, this guy had a plan. He moved out. I'm fucking breaking concrete. I'm getting my degree, and then I'm going to. Yeah, it's a whole plan. This is
guy
not
was buying his school lunch with a Visa card. I mean, he was living the life of a 30-year-old by the time he was a junior in high school. Holy shit,
bro. This was fucking well planned. A well-oiled machine at 16.
Unbelievable, man. There's always like one or two kids in school like that. You know, you're like, want to hang out afterwards? A bunch of us are going to smoke pot and climb a tree. I got to work. I got to shift. What the fuck? I got to punch in. Holy shit. My only commitment was I had to pick up my dad at the train station if I wanted to use his company car during the day. That was my only commitment after school. These guys, you know, saving up.
Yeah, there was guys like that where they worked. I knew a couple of guys that worked at a gas station after school, fixing cars.
Holy
Christ,
shit.
fixing.
What? Do you have a family too? That's like a real job, man. That's a real job, you know?
Let me get your take on this. There's also kids like Patrick that came in to the school like mid-year, sophomore year. We have a new student, everybody. Please welcome Jonathan. And that kid, generally speaking, was a kid like, oh, what happened here? Moved, like parents were maybe killed in a car accident. Now he's living with Uncle John, and now he's going to this school, right?
What's the tragic tale that brought him here halfway through his golden years? And by the way, everyone else in this room I've known since 3rd grade, John, so it's going to take quite a while for you to fit in.
Yeah, there was always that like rogue person that came in mid-year, parents got divorced, custody battle, here we go, and then they're coming in and a little damaged.
And the worst was when one kid came in like that, a boy, and he was good looking, because now he's fucking up the entire ecosystem. You know what I mean? Chicks that I was close to maybe getting are like forgetting about me because of this dude from Florida. What the fuck is going on here? I worked long and hard for this to work all this out. It's like when you finally break into a comedy club and then the booker leaves, you're like, gotta start all over again with this fucking club.
I agree, bro. I agree, man. It was. But here's a little note of interest. There was a beautiful girl that entered high school sophomore year. Wow. Very different than the rest of the kind of homegrown Northwest suburban girls that I was used to. Very, like the suburbia breeds a kind of like a like a Midwest kind of like down home girl. This girl came in and it was like, who's this woman?
Whoa. Yeah.
That woman became my girlfriend. I snagged her the summer preceding sophomore year. So we met at, Toto's Dance Club, I think it was, with the Totos one night.
No, she was new to town? Is that the deal?
Yeah, come from the city, moved to the suburbs. So we're getting city vibe into the suburbs. Whole different girl.
Right, yeah, well, she's got, even she could be the same age as you, but she's like 5 years more mature at that point, man.
She was, bro. This is who I lost my virginity to. This woman. Right?
Was it her first time? Were you her first time?
No.
Oh, my God. That's a little embarrassing.
What's embarrassing about it?
Well, I mean, like, if she was an older woman, you said, I made love to a 32-year-old woman and lost my virginity, that's cool. But, like, she's the same age as you and she's already done it and you haven't? Bro. I don't know about your childhood, man. What?
Wait. Your first girlfriend, it was the first time for both of you?
Absolutely, man.
I lost my virginity. I remember the day because it was special. Valentine's Day, February 14th, 1989. 16 years old. Yeah.
So you met her, and then when you started dating her, and you knew now when school started, bro, your little high school romance with this girl is Grease. You know, it's like Summer Lovin' should be playing while we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
Weren't you? Isn't the problem though that like I was okay in high school, but my problem was if a pretty girl ever came to the school, I know there's like 10 guys, blondes especially, girls in high school love blonde-haired boys, that like they gotta like be involved in relationships or see her and not have be interested before I have a chance. You know what I mean? Like, so like you're going to school knowing there's like a couple of cool cats that might just steal your little summer loving away, right?
Yeah, but I was more city than a lot of the guys in the school. To your point, a lot of the guys in the school that were popular were more, brown hair, blonde hair. The immigrant kid never really was the popular kid in my school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dark hair, the Mediterranean skin, that shit wasn't flying back in '89, right? We were almost like kind of like outcasts. We weren't that homegrown suburban guy who was, kind of khakis and.
You don't look like the quarterback, man.
Quarterback? No, I look like the right wing from Barcelona. Scored from an indirect kick from 35 yards out.
That's why you were hitting nightclubs on the weekend to dance, right? You were like, we look like this is where we'd be, so let's just be where we look like we'd be.
Well, I looked 24 when I was 15. Let's get back onto the weekend. Sunday during the day, we went over to another parent house. They had a water slide, a blow-up water slide.
Was it the same one that you rented for your party?
Similar, but like, the kids have a ball on this thing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I was talking to a bunch of dads that went to the school, and we were sharing some of our frustrations with parenting, what have you. We kind of hit a bond that way. But these guys have been friends for the last 3 years. I'm just now coming in because, I've been busy and out of town. I haven't really had time to like make a dad group. Now, based on you and your personality, I don't see you hanging out with Sadie's friends' dads. Am I right on that?
You'd be surprised. There's a couple of them I'm going away with on 4th of July weekend. We got a big house with a pool. There's 2 couples and the kids, all girls. But the one guy is also he's a money guy, so he's also business too. But he's a great guy. But yeah, no, I became friendly with them, with a couple of them. But our kids are great apart, so they're not like they don't hang out all the time. They used to hang out more when they were younger. They're still friends when they see each other, but we're still friends with them. But yeah,
hold on.
Generally speaking, I don't do that much.
You got a house where everybody's staying together?
Yeah, the other guy found it. Well, Jackie originally got everything together, and I fought her on it. I was like, no one wants to do that for the 4th of July. And I was even saying to the other couples, listen, if you don't want to do this, because we go out to dinner once a month at our club. We all eat together. So that's where Jackie said, we should go away for 4th of July. And I'm like, we came home, we got in a little thing about it. I was like, you put everyone on the spot. And she's like, everybody got back to me, Pete. Everybody wants to do it. And then one of the other couples, the guy got involved, and because we had a house where we could get out of it if we wanted to. It didn't have a pool, but it was near the lake. And he's like, I found this other one. It has its own pool. It's on 11 acres. It's an old house. We all have our own rooms. So we took that one. It's like even better. And now I literally said to Jackie the other day, this is going to air after the 4th of July, but I said to Jackie the other day, man, I'm so glad you guys set this up because now I'm freaking psyched, man. I am psyched. But normally speaking, I've known them a long time. I've known these couples a long time. I don't like to do the casual dap.
Now, and I can't believe it, and I have to apologize for my inability to tap in to what's going on your end of the woods. I felt like I monopolized the last 3 hours.
What? No, man. It's really good.
There is a loose end that we have not talked about. And I know the listeners are going, when the hell are they going to bring this up? What the hell happened with the letter?
I haven't done anything. Here's where we're at. That episode didn't even air yet. I think when it airs, whoever wrote it will come forward. So I can't even talk about it yet beyond that episode. So
no.
I'm not going to the town.
You didn't go to the lady?
I told you, the minute I go to that lady and show her that letter and she says, no, we didn't send that, the guy who wrote it wins. It worked to its fullest potential. I can't give that guy that win yet. So I at least got to let this thing air and see if someone comes forward. And if they don't after a few weeks, because listen, no harm, no foul. Because if it is from my town, the sooner I find out, my summer's going to be burnt. I'm going to be so pissed off. So better pretend than think it's, it can't be them, bro. It can't be them. You're bringing up an old bit. It can't be them.
Okay.
I will go tomorrow. I will go tomorrow, and on the next loose ends, if you come on, I'll have news for you. I promise. Next Tuesday, because I am tomorrow. I'll go into this building and ask.
The guy ain't gonna come forward because the guy's gonna hear that episode and go, "Geez, I was gonna do a prank, but now that they talked about it in this way, that it's illegal and impersonating a person in office, and that guy's not gonna go. Yeah, I did it." That guy's going to move to another country.
There's nothing really illegal about any of it, man. I can't imagine him not coming forward. He should come forward. It was a good one. I mean, I got to change my home address, make it less private, public. But it was. But I'll let you know. I'll go tomorrow. Right. I will. I was thinking about it. So I got no more on that though.
Okay, we'll bury that for now. I want to also ask you, you've been writing some stuff down over there. I don't know what you're doing notes you got over there. But what do you got?
Well, two of them are things I said that got to be taken out. That's what that is. No, but
I thought you're making notes going, I got to tell him this.
Oh, well, no, I do have one thing I wanted to talk about before we go, and this is for any homeowner out there. I want to fill you in on something that basically it almost got really dangerous with the town. But here's the deal. So I had these 3 trees in my backyard that over the course of the past couple of years, 2 of them got cut down, and then recently a guy cut the 3rd one down. So I got 3 stumps. And I said to the guy who cut the 3rd one down, Johnny's tree service, Johnny, you going to do the stump now? You know what? I really don't do stumps anymore. Plus, it's a little too close to your barn area here. And he goes to me, you know what you do? There's a chemical. Go to a tractor store. Tell them you want the stump chemical, and they'll set you up. So I go to the tractor store, and believe it or not, the stuff, it comes in a jar. And what you got to do is, it's these little white balls. You got to drill into your stump, right? So I got this long drill bit, and you drill these long holes into your stump, and then you drill on the side, and you want your hole on the side to meet your hole coming down. So it has like ventilation. And then you dump this shit in these holes. And you got to put like 2 or 3 of them in each stump. It's a pain in the ass to drill all these, but I did it. And then you got to let that chemical sit for like a month and a half to 2 months. And what that chemical does is it gets into the log, into the root, and it kind of like does what's happening to our body bones as we get older. It makes it porous and like burns holes all the way down into the root. Then you got to go buy diesel. I don't have diesel, so they said kerosene works. So I go up to my local store and I get kerosene, 3 gallons of this shit, and I dump it down these holes into all my stumps. All right? Then you think you could just light a match. It's not like gas. It doesn't go right up. You take charcoal and you get the briquettes really hot, and then you stuff them in those holes. You know, I got gloves on, I quick bang them in there, and then I put a little gas on there to get it going. And the whole thing will start burning like an ember, like it'll start to glow, and it'll just burn over a couple of days, and it'll burn right down into the roots, into the ground, and burn out the roots. So holy shit, man. One of them I couldn't get going, but the other 2, I'm going to Jackie. It's like 9 o'clock at night, and I'm coming in. I go, they're still glowing. It's unbelievable. She goes, there a flame? I go, no, they're just glowing. Then my neighbor's like, hey, what's going on with that stump? Is it burning? And I go, check it out, bro. And I'm showing it to him. And I go, I've been working on this thing for 2 months. I go, it's just like a glow. It's just burning. And I come back at the end of the day. It was this high, and now the stump's this high. And you blow on it, and still the whole thing's turning red. It was fascinating. So then, this is like 3 weeks ago I did this, right? They didn't burn down to nothing because it rained on like day 3. I gotta redo it, and I gotta do it on a day where it's gonna be dry longer. But I'm out front because this electric company came and they cut down 2 giant trees on the opposite side of my sidewalk because they were getting old and dying, and they're gonna fuck up the wires. I didn't want them anyway. I was glad they were down, but they're not doing anything with the stump. So I call and they go, yeah, we don't take care of the stump. So I said, all right. So I get my drill and I'm drilling holes. And one of the guys for the town pulls up, a gas guy, and he's like, what are you doing? I go, nah, man, I did it in the back, bro. I'm going to I know the guy. I go, I'm going to put the chemical in. Shit's going to burn down. And he goes, you're right by the gas line, man. If that shit works like you're saying it is, that thing could burn down. And if it catches the gas line, bro, I could fire up the whole fucking town, just one house after another. Boom, 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 boom. Like a 4th of July show you never seen before. Can you imagine that? The whole village, just house after house. Pow, pow, pow. That's like Al-Qaeda couldn't even think of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm ISIS without even meaning to be. I said, bro, thank God you caught me before I even got into the chemical aspect of it all. But the one stump in the back that I couldn't get going, it's been stinking like fuel back there for like 3 weeks now. Birds are dying.
Bro, your stump removal is killing half of the wildlife in Fredonia.
Oh, God, right. That's it. I told you, bro, I treat the environment like a rental car. Nobody kept it nice before me. I ain't keeping it nice for nobody else. It's a joke, people. Relax. I recycle. I recycle.
That's funny.
So anyway, yeah, I got to get a stump guy. You got to get out here sometime. I don't know. Maybe you and Lon and the kids are going.
Listen, we got.
Dunkirk has a private airport. Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll fly in. Maybe we'll fly in when we do Buffalo.
Or Toronto.
Right?
Yeah. All right.
All right,
well,
man.
How we doing? We good on time? Good hanging, man.
Patreon people, loose ends, full bore over on Patreon. $5 a month extra episode, plus the loose ends, plus the behind the scenes footage. Especially now that Pete and I are going on the road together. SebastianLive.com for all your tour needs.
Every episode you get on Patreon, every episode of the Pete and Sebastian Show, you get a day early, and people don't notice with no ads. Some people don't like the ads. For $5 a month, no ads, man.
For a cup of coffee, all that entertainment, it's just, you can't beat it. That's for me, Pete, Patrick, and the rest of the team here at Pete and Sebastian Show. We will see you next week.